Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade bread and homemade turkey deli meat. I know that you guys are going to think it's just a one-day type of thing, but I want to let you guys know in advance that this is a bit of a process. But moms, if you're making your sandwiches for your kids and you're concerned about what's in them, this is going to help you out a lot. I'm definitely going to recommend for you to start on Friday evening when you guys are ready for the weekend, so that way you have this ready on Sunday and you can get Monday started on the right track pretty much, because I remember what it was like for me to send my son to school, and he is on the spectrum, so it was more sandwich based and fruits. But I've made this process super easy for you guys, and I'm gonna have the whole recipe in the description area. Now let's get started on making this amazing, you're not gonna regret, deli sandwich style fun. All right, let's get to it, guys. What I have here is a turkey roast. I've already defrosted the turkey roast. I purchased it in the frozen section, and it's a nice tight little ball you're gonna see. And what happens is that it comes in a little bag, right? And then it has a netting inside of it. You can see the marks from the netting right here. I purchased a private select before, and pretty much the squares you see here went through the whole breast to the point that I couldn't even make it for my deli meat. The brand I'm using today is the Butterball. So you guys are gonna have to kind of pick the piece that's gonna work best for you. If you can get a hold of a big chicken breast like this, whatever you have at hand, or a turkey breast, that's what's gonna work out for you. Now that I've said that, I have my seasoning blend here, and the seasoning blend that I'm using, I'm gonna share with you in the description area, and you guys can kind of see what I put in there and then kind of make it comfortable for your home. So what I like to do to my deli meat when I'm letting it marinate, I like to add my vinegar, okay? Mix that nice and well. Looking for more of a paste, okay? I like to use vinegar because it helps me preserve certain food items a little bit longer. Okay, so once you've added that and mixed it well, you want to make sure you rub that all over your poultry. Okay. So now, time to use our hands. Massage it, massage it.
Oh, that smells amazing.
It does, doesn't it? That's why my family loves me, because my kitchen smells amazing. Even while I'm cooking, it just comes out, you guys.
That's a small part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, just kidding. That's a really big part of it.
So you want to make sure you get enough to go all the way around. And this, surprisingly how small this was packed, it's a massive piece of turkey. One of the things that's difficult about this recipe is if you're impatient, because this does require time to marinate and just to let all those juices flow with this piece, because if not, you're just going to get a very bland piece of meat. And I think that's one of the things that's very controversial, how much sodium and how much other ingredients and preservatives are in your deli meat. And if you guys go to the WebMD, you guys can read a little bit more about how dangerous these can be. And at the end of the day, it's part of an American diet. It really is. Everybody has sandwiches, whether you're veggie or you like your beef, your poultry. It is a popular dish here in the States, so why not learn how to make it for our families so that we work hard and we know what's going in here.
And your money stretches when you make it at home.
Well, when I went to the deli area, because my husband loves like Jersey style subs, it's $10.99 a pound, girl.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd rather know what's going in and I'm paying $10.99. That's how much somebody can make an hour. So to me, I'm really excited to be able to show this to you guys. Hey, there's times when I do buy deli meat. I'm human. I'm going on a road trip and I don't have time to do this. Yeah, it happens, but if you can kind of get yourself used to doing these, if you eat a lot of sandwiches or you send your kids home, if you send them to school with lunch, this is a great way to get started on a little bit healthier and what's going into your children. So once you spread all your seasoning on here, and you can adjust the seasoning on here to the things that your family likes, okay? These are the ingredients that and spices that my family enjoys. But one thing I am gonna tell you guys, when you're using poultry, you wanna add pepper anytime you're putting it back in the refrigerator. And if your family does not like black pepper, use white pepper. That's gonna help you eliminate some of that stenchiness that comes from the chicken. I know you guys don't like when I say that, but that's our reality. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this into my, I'm gonna roll it up like this, and I'm gonna place it into my, let me move this to the side real quick, guys.
I'll help you.
Girl, you said chicken hands, and that just reminds me of my mother's chicken story, okay? You guys that know. So I'm gonna go ahead and marinate this for 48 hours. I've done this and I've marinated this overnight, and I've done well, but the longer you keep it, the better. The other thing is that I'm gonna say to you, if you're gonna be marinating these for 3 days, which you can, make sure you're not poking holes with it with your fork, because that's gonna cause it to spoil. You're gonna allow bacteria in there. You don't wanna do that. So for me, I'm gonna marinate this for 2 days, and I'll see you guys when we're ready, because there's another step that I'm gonna be adding before we bake this. So you guys don't wanna be skipping. You wanna pay attention to this part. And one of the things is that you guys know my food tastes good. If you've been making my recipes, it's because I mess around in the kitchen until I get it just right for my family. And it seems to be working for your families as well. So I'll see you guys in,
You mess around so they don't have to mess around?
yeah, and I enjoy it. So I'll see you guys when I'm done marinating this piece of turkey. And I'm actually next, what we're gonna show you is how to get your starter, for your homemade bread. People make it more complicated than it is, but you guys already know. I make it comfortable for my home and yours. And if I can do it, you can do it better. So I'll see you guys shortly. Okay friends, now that we have our turkey marinating, let's get started on our bread, because this is something that's gonna have to rest overnight as well, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add my water, and I will be sharing all these steps with you individually with the deli meat and then your bread, okay? So you should be able to find this in the description easily. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my yeast and my sugar. Give that a good mix. And I'm using instant rise yeast. So I already know I'm still good. I've been baking for a minute, so still very much alive. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add my flour. I learned this step from a gentleman at one of the jobs that I had, and I had a temp job. Okay, when I was younger, because I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I had some temp jobs to pay the bills, and I would go next door to the bakery, and I would show up at work at like 5:30 in the morning, and I noticed the bakers were there. So they would come over and bring us bread so that they can get us to go to their bakery. And I asked them, I'm like, isn't it hard to make bread? Because I was still young and I wasn't that great at making bread. Every time I tried, I failed, okay? And he gave me a few tips for regular bread, and he gave me a really good tip for my sourdough bread.
Girl, your sourdough bread is so
And actually, my starter for my sourdough bread took me years to achieve and to get right. So I can start quickly and get a really good starter for my sourdough. So a lot of people I know, when they make their bread, they make this part into a complete dough, okay? And what I'm gonna do, since I'm gonna use half of this for my sourdough, which I will be showing you guys as well, I'm gonna go ahead and make the portions that I need for this particular recipe and the one that I'm gonna need for my sourdough, okay? So I like mine to be a little bit more moist. I like my yeast to be very comfortable and feel loved, and I don't like to keep it in the bread style dough I'm not ready for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in my refrigerator overnight. 12 to 24 hours is the best time, so it's very likely I'm gonna keep this 24 hours. And what that's gonna do is just gonna provide our bread with a wonderful, delicious flavor. And this is gonna be better than your store-bought stuff. And if you guys are bakers and you do it differently, I think that's amazing, but this is how I make it. And you guys already know I make it comfortable for my home. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when we're ready to get all our stuff together. Yeah? Day 2, we marinated our turkey for 2 whole days. Let's set this to the side. And what I have here in my little bowl, I have some ranch and some butter. Remember that everything that I mentioned in this video is in the description area with the full recipe for you, okay? You're probably wondering, Steph, why you got some ranch there, girl? You guys, anybody that has ever had turkey knows that turkey tends to dry. Yeah?
Yes.
You've had dry turkey? You know, my husband, before he had his first Thanksgiving meal, he told me he didn't like turkey. I said, why? He said, because it's too dry. Mm-hmm. And then he had our family's turkey and his life changed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of my ranch butter blend on my turkey. Yeah, it smells so good. So good. Okay. So make sure you mix it all well in here. Nice massage. I mean, you guys know once you have something with ranch, it's amazing. But if you don't like ranch or butter, you can skip this step. I had a difficult time saying that because I don't know, I love it. Okay, give that a good massage all the way around. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue. Yeah, wow, that sounded awful. I'm gonna continue to roll it up. Okay, so once you roll it up nicely, let me go ahead and place this on my baking square, my baking
rack,
my baking rack. It's one of those days.
And welcome.
Hello and welcome, you guys. Let's start all over. Okay, I'm gonna have my sister help me because I don't like to get poultry and all these things kind of icky. And you guys know I get all worked up.
All right, let me go try and see
Okay.
for you.
I know some of you guys are gonna be like, you should tie it. I don't want to. If you like to tie it like a roast, you can, to keep it all into place. Go for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer it over here. And I think it's hilarious how you're like, let me turn the sink on for you. No, girl, we need all this stuff here. I'm not ready, but I'll need you in a moment. Okay. I know you guys want my ranch recipe coming very soon. Yes. Okay, so now that we have that there, make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and I'll see you in a minute when I get all my sticky fingers that I cannot lick washed up. Okay, friends, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover my baking pan with a foil just so that nothing on the top burns, okay? That's the reason we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and bake this for 1 hour and 30 minutes. At that temperature, I'm gonna come and check it, and then I'm gonna remove the foil from the top so that we can get a nice, good color for our deli meat. It's gonna be wonderful. So let's go ahead and place this in the oven. Again, it's at 350 degrees for about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Every oven is different, so if you smell something that's smoking and doesn't smell right, you guys need to go check it, okay? I don't want to be responsible for some wild things that happen in that oven. Let's put it in the oven, guys. Go ahead and place it in your center rack, and we'll see you guys in about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, it's time. It's been 1.5 hours. So we're just gonna remove our foil.
Hey, you're steaming up the camera.
Sorry. I'm hot fire. So
spicy.
You see what we have going on? Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to bake this at 350 for the remaining 30 minutes. And then at about 20 minutes, I'm gonna come and check to make sure that nothing's burning on the top. And you wanna keep an eye on it. You should be okay. The temperature's 350. We're good.
That's amazing.
Okay, friends, I'm done baking our deli meat. It was in there for 2 hours. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and let it rest right here on my cutting board. And once it's been here for about an hour and it cools off a bit, I'm gonna put it in one of my Tupperwares in the refrigerator overnight, okay? So make sure that you're putting it there at least 12 hours. Overnight is best. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning so that we can start assembling our delicious sandwich. Now it's time to make our bread. You guys ready? So what I have here is I have my bread flour. I've made bread with all-purpose flour, but I like using bread flour. I go the extra mile for my family, and I like it. Go ahead and add your sugar, your salt, your diastatic malt powder, and the malt powder is optional. Mix all your ingredients well.
What does that malt powder do?
This diastatic malt powder, it gives it a better rise for your bread, especially if you're using wheat breads and things like that. And it actually gives it a very good crisp as well. So not only does it help your rise, it gives it a good crisp on the outsides. And that's what my babies like, so. Okay, so go ahead and start a little well in the middle and pour your yeast. Awesome. So what I have in this cup is I have a blend of my milk and my warm water. I'm using instant yeast. Instant rice yeast, so I know that I am in the safe zone right now. Okay? All right. Just mixing it right in the middle like that. I'm gonna go ahead and add my my melted butter. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the sponge that we made yesterday, okay? Yesterday, the other day, I think I've had it in there for 2 days. So between 1 and 2 days, you should be okay. So I'm adding half of the sponge that I make because the other half I'm gonna use for a different recipe.
That looks like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's nice and gooey. Okay, so now we're gonna start marrying all these ingredients together. I'm gonna start off with this wooden spoon. Get it well blended. Hey, nice to meet you type stuff. All right, I'm at a consistency where I need so that I can go ahead and turn it over on our counter. Okay, friends, whenever I'm making or baking something, I always keep a little bit of extra flour here on the side and a little bit of milk. A little bit of warm water here on the side, because you never know with whatever flour you're using, your temperatures, things vary. And baking bread, it shouldn't vary that much, but it tends to happen. Okay. There we go. Get all this deliciousness off. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now I'm gonna start kneading my bread. And it's gonna take me about, I have a heavy hand, so it usually takes me about 6 to 8 minutes. I'm noticing that I have it a little bit tough, so I can afford to add a little bit more water. And I only add my water about a tablespoon at a time. Okay? Because if you go adding like half a cup and this, and you're just gonna end up with the whole goo from flour to water and back and forth. I got into that pickle learning how to make pizza. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, what a mess.
But it worked because your pizza crust is amazing.
Pizza crust will depend on what kind of flour you use. That's what I learned. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna need between 3 to 4 tablespoons extra. And I'd rather work those tablespoons in than add them all at once, because you never know what you're gonna get. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna add one more. You can already feel how glutinous the bread flour is. So I'm going to keep on kneading this here for the next 6 to 8 minutes, and I'll show you what consistency we're looking for, friends. If you're kneading your dough and you feel that it's a little bit tough and it's not smooth how you're gonna need it to be, that's when you can add another tablespoon of water. Okay, that's what I just did. All right, now it's feeling a little better. Don't be scared if you get it a little sticky while you're kneading it. You're gonna need that stickiness because that's your gluten. Okay friends, I'm catching my breath because you're gonna have to put a lot of work into it, and you want to get it till it's very, very soft, just like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and divide my dough just like this. I'm gonna set this one to the side because you know I'm always trying to impress my baby, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of my, you guys know what this is? Do you know what this is called?
Chili paste?
Chili paste.
Did you get that right?
You got it right.
You get ketchup.
You get a prize. No, it's not ketchup, but I'm sure you can do it with ketchup. So I'm just gonna get into it.
You're gonna get jiggy with it?
I'm gonna get jiggy with it. Okay.
Whoa.
The power of chili.
Oh, that chili paste smells so good.
Doesn't it smell great? We'll put the link in the description for you guys. It's already made into a paste. You can use it for your enchiladas, for a lot of recipes, and you guys know. I love it. Okay, so if you're gonna incorporate, let's say, some grape jelly, whatever your kids like, what color they eat, this is where you wanna do it, okay? So what I'm gonna do, since I added a lot of my chili paste, I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit of flour and get into it. It almost smells like I'm making tamales.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it too.
Okay, friends, that took me about 4 or 5 minutes to knead all that sauce into here. Let me go wash my hands so that we can get to our next step, okay? So nice and soft already. That's what happens when you have a heavy hand. When I'm goofing around with Robert, he's like, you have such a heavy hand, babe. So I've already greased my bowl. I'm gonna let this dough rise here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rise my delicious and you guys know I love the chili, okay? I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a warm cloth over these, and I'm gonna let them rise until they double in size. I'll let you guys know how long it took me today, because it varies. It depends on how warm your kitchen is, and it's summer, so it's hot. It's gonna be quick. So I'll see you guys once these have risen for our next step. Okay, it's been 2 hours for me. It has risen beautifully, okay? So I'm gonna start off with my regular dough. And if you are all that work and it just went beep, that's how much it grows. So if you guys are not gonna be doing dual bread, don't worry about this step, but pay attention, okay? And then let me deflate this one. Woo, woo. All right, so we're gonna start with our, look at how soft that is. Ooh, look at, that's how you know you're ready. It's very see-through. Any bread maker will tell you the same thing. If you can see through like that, can they see that, Cloud?
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to wear it to make your point.
Don't make me put it on myself, okay? We gotta bake, okay?
Got it.
So you want to look up for more of a rectangular piece if you're trying to impress your family and do a two-toned style of bread. Okay? If you're not going to be making 2 styles of bread, all you want to do is just get your regular bread like this. You're going to give it a fold in, another fold it like this, pinch all your sides, and then put it in your bread loaf pan. Bread loaf pan, what's this called?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys are ready.
You're gonna make the marbled look, right?
Yes, that's what we're doing. So I need to take it back. Which is a really, really soft. And all I need to do with this one is make sure to stretch it pretty much like the other one. And this one is super soft.
It looks so pretty and it smells really good.
Yeah, I really like that chili. Okay. Robert really likes this bread.
Girl, he loves all your bread.
I know.
And as do I.
It's always exciting when you can cook for your loved ones and they love it. Like every last morsel.
You're very accommodating when you cook. You make sure that everyone has what they like.
Yeah, I don't like letting anybody leave. I don't like anybody feeling left out. So I'm gonna go ahead and place, because I want the white bread on the outside, okay? And then I want the surprise on the inside. So let's go ahead and try and mold this up like that. You guys see that?
Yep.
Okay. Just like this. press it down. It's okay if you have a few tears. We have enough dough to go around. Ready? So I'm gonna begin rolling right here. Just like this. Excuse my godchild, he's munching over there. He's a foodie like his Nina.
Sorry, we brought our lunch. We brought our lunch over.
I always have a little nibble for him. So just go ahead and start doing that. Okay? If you see that your red is going, or whatever color you chose, is going over the white, just bring it back in so that way nobody knows what you have inside when you cut, okay? And if you've never made bread, this is gonna be so rewarding and exciting for you. So. We're gonna talk about something right now that you're not gonna wanna hear. Because you guys are probably antsy already, like, oh, I want it to be over, let me just eat. Okay, so begin to pinch here.
I think I have a feeling what I don't want to hear.
What do you think that is, girl?
To let it rest again?
That's correct.
My worst nightmare.
Yes. Now you guys understand why I'm such a patient human. Mm-hmm. Okay? This one went really thin, so I wouldn't be surprised if it... Look at how thin I got my dough, you guys. It looks like those painted glass windows.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. Okay. So make sure that you're pinching your bread where you need to do it.
Glass?
Yes. Girl, why you talk to me about those
But she
things?
made the Stephanie glass.
The Stephanie glass, okay? Okay. There we go. Make sure you're pinching. Yeah. This side for me, it's going to be very creative. I mean, there is no surprise. So if you guys are doing it on your end and you see it too thin, you might come across what I just did right there. But that's okay. My family knows. Your family doesn't know yet. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it in my bread pan, just like this. There we go. You see that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this with a warm rag, and I'm gonna let it rise about 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll see you guys shortly. Be patient. You got this. Don't worry about it. This is the first time's the hard part. After that, it's super easy. Okay? I'll see you shortly. Friends, do you see this delicious bread? It rolls, and I'm so proud of this bread. I'm proud of you too. I'm ready. If you're ready, I'm ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the center rack. We're gonna bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes. But seeing how massive it is, I'll let you guys know how to check if your bread is done, okay? So let's go ahead and
You want a hen?
I don't want a hen. Let's go ahead and enjoy this bread making, because Cloud's over here. You guys know she busts a move, so let's bake, guys. Let's bake. Okay, friends, it's been 35 minutes exactly. Now it's time to check if this bread is ready. But before I do that, I want to show you guys how beautiful this bread is. Isn't that amazing? Ooh. Oh my goodness, this smells divine. I know, don't be scared, guys.
Stop that drumming.
Okay, friends, you hear that hollowness? Our bread is ready. Look at that beauty. I know you're gonna get excited. You're gonna wanna go to town on this bread right now. You have to let it rest. If you cut your bread right now, just act like it doesn't exist, okay? We're just gonna cover it. We're gonna let it cool, because if you cut this right now, you're gonna end up with like mushy putty. You know how like in Mexican culture we get a bread and we mush it and then we grab our beans, we grab our eggs for breakfast? You don't want to do that, because this is our sandwich bread. But I'm just going to give you guys a little DJ turn.
DJ loaf bread.
Yes. My bread's ready. So what I'm going to do You gotta have a shiny bread, and you know, that's why artisan bread is the best, because it's very unique to your home and your hands and how you like it. And then you get your family to get involved. For example, Cloud already said she wants a slice from this side because it's a bigger slice of bread.
Sorry, bro.
And that's how you engage. That's how you engage your family in your kitchen. Just like Cloud, she wants a big slice. She wants a big one. Okay. I love making bread. I remember asking you to get me a bread maker, and I used it twice.
I know you did. It's still in the garage.
And I asked for it. I think I gave it to my Thea girl.
Oh, good, because my feelings were going to be hurt that it's not being used.
Girl.
I'm happy you did, though.
Because I started making bread by hand because I wanted a bread maker. That was a thing to have. And I waited so many years to actually ask for it. When I finally asked for it, I was already in the roll with Okay, friends, it smells amazing. I think you're gonna love this recipe. Take your time, be patient, and now I'm gonna be patient to let this rest. So I'll see you guys when our turkey deli meat is ready so that we can assemble a delicious sandwich. Okay, friends, we're ready to begin slicing. It's nice and cold, it's very firm. And this is what we need to slice our deli meat, okay? If you're looking for perfection like they do in manufacturing areas, this might not be the recipe for you, but if you like homemade things, you're gonna really like this, so. I'll give you a little piece, honey.
Yes.
You get the tasting like you get at the deli meat, you guys.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I want them to be able to see the seasoning. Hold on. There we go. Mmm.
How amazing is that?
I know what this tastes like and I don't want to say it.
What?
You know that turkey that they sell at Costco with that, the turkey deli meat that has that seasoning on the outside?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the good quality deli meat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it tastes like, girl. It is amazing. Mm-mm-mm.
So you're gonna cut these as thin or as thick as your family likes.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of our mummies that have our kids on the spectrum, we worry because our kids love the shut up foods. Mm-hmm. They really do, but we gotta find a way to make it comfortable for our homes and our babies' tummies.
Yes, that was so good.
Parents, if you haven't had your kids have probiotics, they sell children probiotics. Get them started on that. Just remember that they have to eat and then probiotics. The probiotics need something to feed off of.
Yep. I love the way the marbling is inside the deli meat as well. Mm-hmm. Like that you can.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you roast it, because you can smoke it. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean to say. Like when you smoke, and I kind of. You know how I am, girl. Okay.
Yeah, that part right there, because you get the flavor in the meat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And if you really want to trick your family, let me show you what I have to do in order to introduce things to my family. Let me show you guys, okay? Okay, friends, let me show you what I like to do. These are called, they're ultra paper, wax patty papers, and you can start assembling your own stack of deli meat. You can use these for your hamburger meats. You know, you guys get the hang of it.
And then you store that in a bag or a Tupperware?
I like to do it in the Tupperware.
Mm-hmm.
These Tupperwares are my favorite Tupperware. They last a really long time, so you can kind of stack them if you have a large family. You have a smaller family, just use smaller amounts. So.
That's a good little tip.
I'm really trying to use less plastic, guys. I know that you guys were startled that I didn't use a microwave and you guys don't see me using a microwave. It's because I do have a very nice microwave. It actually turns into a how do you say that? Confectioner's oven? Is that what it is? And it serves multiple purposes, but I don't like to use a microwave. We have 5G towers going up near where I live, and I'm just trying to do the best I can. Okay? So you're gonna continue to cut as thin or as thick as you would like. And these little wax papers, I really like them because you get them about $5, $6. So you can go super thin. And go really thin. So you can do this with the turkey breast, a chicken breast. Just make sure that it gets really cold because that makes it a lot easier for you to slice. Okay, so now that we've cut our deli meat and I've showed you this step, let me go ahead and get started on our delicious bread. Hear ye, hear ye. It's time. The time is now, friends. Okay, so you're gonna get family members that really dislike the butt of the bread. I am the creeper that loves the butt of the bread. So.
Me too.
I don't mind it. I'm a foodie. So I'm just gonna slice that one just thin so you guys can see what's going on here. Oh my god, it's so good. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but you guys need to come back and let me know. The wonderful part about this is that you can slice bread as thin or as thick as you want.
And there is nothing more beautiful than to eat a sandwich with the artisan bread.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Surprise!
Woo, woo.
Okay. As my mom says, things that are perfect are inhumane. Is that how she does that translate
She
the
does.
same?
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
It just keeps getting better. Everybody. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'm over here
dancing. You always get like that with this bread, girl.
I know, it's just, I can't get, your pumpernickel bread's amazing too.
You know, I had somebody ask me, how do you know how to make all these recipes? Because I'm a foodie. Like, you guys think I just did mukbang to look cute?
Because it's homemade.
Yeah. So if you have a large family, you're gonna have to do 2 sets of bread, okay? Like I said, you're better off waiting for it to cool overnight. And here's the fun part. Your kids are eating this at school. They're gonna be like, what do you have going on? Where'd you get that bread?
And the paste is not spicy at all. It's just flavorful.
Yeah, it's flavorful. It doesn't have a spice to it. Remember, be kind to yourself. I can't even speak. This is gonna be, I'm actually really hungry. Be kind to yourself through the process because bread is not an easy thing for a lot of people to do. But like I always tell you guys, have the right mindset. Like before you start baking or doing anything, just know that you want the best for yourself and for your family.
Yeah, that's good advice because I listen to music before I'm gonna venture out in the kitchen, just to make sure that I'm in the best mood possible.
You know, even if I have things that give me like bad memories and I have music, I'm still listening to some tunes, and I'm always happy because I know I'm making it for my family, even if my mind is wandering. You know, I'm still in a good place.
When you start dancing and moving, you already know the food's gonna be great.
Make it with love, my friends. All right, you guys ready to assemble this delicious sandwich?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Girl, este pan está delicioso. You ready? I was gonna say, come on guys, do you believe in love? Well, I got something to tell you. It goes something like this. Pick your favorite condiment and spread it. What do you got going on over there, girl?
I'm moving the chair so I can see a bit closer.
I'm like, what?
I'm so thirsty right now for the sandwich.
If you don't like mayonnaise, use veganese. If you don't like veganese, skip this step.
You make the best veganese, girl.
Girl.
Girl, yes, you do.
You want to make me wah.
Yes, I do.
You know, I think that if a sandwich was respected the way, because it is a long process to make it, and it just became so fast food oriented that if people really took the time to make it, one, because sandwiches aren't always healthy. You know what I mean? But if people took the time,
you know exactly what went into your bread. There's no corn syrup. There's no preservatives. There's nothing but love for your sandwich. Whoa, that's a lot of mustard.
You know that this mustard, you need a lot. Don't act like you don't love it. If you guys haven't tried this stone ground mustard, my sister gets a lot of heat for loving this.
It's all I can have a full on 2-hour conversation about that ground stone mustard.
Yes.
And the only one that appreciates is my brother-in-law. There's that German side of him that he's like, okay, I'll hear you all about this.
My babe's so mixed. He is so mixed. Okay. You ready for this, friends? The best part of this deli meat is that you can start stacking it how you see in the commercials that you always want to have. Better than your turkey sandwich. Okay, I'm gonna be extra for you guys. Ready? Cloud, you need that protein. Let me see, can you hand me another little piece?
If I don't eat it.
You know, one of the things that I miss the most from Starbucks is they used to have a turkey.
Oh, I remember
a hand carved turkey with Swiss cheese and lettuce when I was pregnant with Bebe, and that's all I wanted to eat, and they discontinued it.
Boring.
So now you're gonna add your tomato.
Amazing.
You don't like tomato, keep it out. But my sister is
a veggie
a veginado.
Veginado. That sounds really gross, but I do love vegetables. But the way you said it was really gross.
You know, sometimes you don't need to speak. Sometimes you just don't.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Remember that avocado song that was in?
No, but you do.
Well, I wanted to make the kids laugh once, and I memorized the choreography that the lady did for the avocado dance, and the kids didn't speak to me for like 2 days.
You're so embarrassed.
They were so humiliated.
Would you like some cheese?
Just one.
Well, this is one.
Okay, yeah.
I have the block, guys. Lettuce?
Yes.
Lots of lettuce? Ooh,
Just
yes.
one more. Oh my goodness.
Now.
And with a little side of serrano. Ooh, I'm eating that. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me clean my hands because I don't want to lick it while making sandwiches today.
Yeah, because you're a double dipper apparently.
Yes.
Sicko.
Okay, you guys, you know, Cloud and I are kind of watching ourselves. So she has half of her sandwich and I have mine. And we are going for a bite. I put bacon in mine because I love my sandwiches with bacon.
So good.
I know, I'm already blushing. Girl. It's a, oh yeah. Oh my goodness. You guys are gonna love this. If you have never made bread, please try my steps. It's gonna help you. It really is.
And it's holding the deli meat and everything together nicely. There is no soggy bread here.
No, it's definitely soft and light how it should be. But good Lord, that's amazing. You guys see how I eat? That's why I have to cook like this. I have a difficult palate to please when I eat out.
Yeah, you do.
Really difficult. That's why it's rare that I eat out anywhere, okay?
I'm the same
But
way.
I hope people can forgive me for that. But yeah, you guys, it's that easy to make your sandwich. I think you guys are gonna have a whole new different appreciation for sandwiches and eating your deli meat.
A whole new world.
Girl, you are so in love right now with this. All right, guys. All right, friends, I want to thank you guys so much. I know that you guys had a long video today. Some of you like it, some of you are like, but it's okay. This recipe needed to be done this way. It is somewhat of a process, and hopefully you appreciate your sandwich a little bit more now. On that note, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.